这句话是对的，谢谢你让我越来越漂亮，也把我这朵小花养得越来越精致了。
The internet is going crazy right now. Fan Zihe, the Pakistani-born Chinese influencer with millions of followers, just announced her marriage in the most heartwarming way possible. But this isn't your typical celebrity wedding story. This is about how a simple fan comment turned into the most beautiful love story of 2025. Her husband, he started as just another username in her comment section. Today, we're uncovering the complete story of how Liu Yang went from being Fan Zihe's biggest supporter to becoming her life partner. From their first online interaction to their stunning wedding photos that made millions cry, this love story will restore your faith in true love. By the end of this video, you'll understand why people are calling this the most genuine romance in social media history. So grab some tissues because this story is about to take you on an emotional roller coaster. The shocking beginning.
In 2022, a Pakistani girl quickly rose to fame on Chinese social media platforms. People were captivated by her fluent Chinese, particularly her authentic Henan accent. Many viewers wondered about her background. Was she truly Chinese? The reality was that she had been adopted by a Chinese couple as an infant. Though not born in China, she had spent virtually her entire life there. Fan was born in Henan province during the 1960s. He came from an impoverished family and was forced to begin working at a young age to support himself. Throughout the years, he took on various jobs to make ends meet. By 2001, he was working as a steel bar handler at a construction site. One day, his supervisor secured a contract in Pakistan and asked Fan if he would be willing to relocate there for work. Upon learning that the wages were higher than what he earned in China, Fan agreed and brought his wife along to work in Pakistan. By 2002, Fan and his wife had been living in Pakistan for approximately 1 year. One August evening, while returning home from work, Fan suddenly heard an infant crying. He searched for the source of the sound and discovered a newborn baby inside an old cardboard box tucked away in a corner. He immediately began asking around to locate the baby's parents, but was unsuccessful even after an extensive search. Fan believed that, considering Pakistan's economic difficulties and high birth rates, the baby girl had likely been abandoned due to the local cultural preference for male children. Had he not discovered her and provided care, she likely would not have survived on Pakistan's streets. Since Fan and his wife had no children of their own, they quickly decided to adopt the baby. They took the infant girl and completed the necessary adoption procedures in Pakistan. Unlike China's adoption system, which involves numerous checks and stringent requirements, Pakistan's process was more straightforward. As long as the adoptive parents were over 30 years old, had no biological children, were free of disqualifying health conditions, and possessed adequate financial resources, they qualified to adopt. Fan and his wife met all these criteria, allowing them to receive Pakistan's approval for the adoption. Simultaneously, Fan obtained the relevant documentation from the Chinese consulate. Since they had no support system to help care for the child in Pakistan, they decided to return to their homeland. The girl arrived in China with her adoptive parents and became a Chinese citizen. Despite being adopted, Fan and his wife treated her exactly as they would a biological daughter. Upon returning to their village, Fan arranged for someone to give her a meaningful name, Fan Zihe, and enrolled her in school with hopes of securing her a promising future. However, their financial circumstances remained challenging. Fan was a hard-working and diligent farmer, but his body could no longer endure the physical demands of construction work. He could only grow fruit crops in the countryside to generate income. His wife, who had previously earned a modest salary working in a factory, eventually also remained at home to assist with farming. Despite these hardships, Zihe enjoyed a happy and carefree childhood. She eagerly anticipated her father bringing home chicken legs and loved accompanying him to the marketplace on his tricycle, where he would purchase toys, delicious treats, and pretty clothes for her. Although their house was modest and somewhat cluttered, her bedroom was cozy, designed to resemble a princess's chamber, and even featured an air conditioner, the only one in the entire house. In the village, Zihe's dark complexion made her noticeably different. earning her the nickname Little Black Girl. When people laughed at her appearance, her parents defended her vigorously. Growing up surrounded by such love and protection, she developed strong self-confidence. When classmates taunted her by saying she was an abandoned child, she boldly responded that she was fortunate to have been found by her parents rather than theirs, leaving them without a retort. However, her academic performance was not particularly strong. In 2020, she failed to secure admission to a university and decided to enter the workforce. She took a position on an assembly line in a factory, but found the work too repetitive and quickly resigned, returning to her hometown in July 2022. China places significant emphasis on academic credentials, making it difficult for someone like Zihe, who had limited qualifications and no specialized skills, to find satisfactory employment. She enjoyed watching short videos, so she created an account on the Chinese TikTok platform Douyin, using her childhood nickname Little Black Girl. She casually uploaded a brief video of herself standing in a field, commenting on the rainy weather. Unexpectedly, the video went viral. The stark contrast between her foreign appearance and fluent Henan dialect intrigued viewers. Another video featuring her eating traditional hometown-style noodles gained her 2 lakh followers in just 3 days. Her cheerful demeanor and unique life story brought joy to audiences who quickly grew fond of her. Internet users joked that if she remained silent, she could pass as an internationally renowned model. But once she spoke, she revealed herself as just another local girl who loved steamed buns. Some even playfully referred to her as the Henan province version of Cleopatra. As her story gained wider attention, Zihe began receiving interview requests and appearing on various television programs. Today, she has amassed 1.58 million followers on Douyin and earns over $10,000 monthly. The first thing she did with her earnings was to arrange professional wedding photographs for her parents and renovate their modest home. She also aspires to purchase a new residence for them in the city. Additionally, she dreams of promoting agricultural products from her hometown, and numerous businesses have already approached her seeking collaborations. With her growing influence, she has acquired significant commercial value, and many companies are eager to partner with her. In an interview, she shared, "My parents adore me completely. They never wanted me to work in the fields. When I was little, my father worked in a mine, and every night he would bring home chicken legs for me, though he never ate any himself. They always provided me with the very best. I was frequently ill as a child, and my father would carry me through snowy conditions to see a doctor. He is truly an exceptional man. My parents are rather shy. They express their love through actions rather than words." Every video she now posts receives hundreds of thousands of likes, a level of popularity that astonishes even herself. "People are fascinated by the contrast between my appearance and my Henan dialect," she explained. "I want to help my hometown by selling local agricultural products like walnuts." Despite numerous first-tier city media companies offering lucrative contracts, she declines to sign with them. "I simply want to remain in Henan, create videos featuring my parents, and share local stories so that more people can appreciate what Henan has to offer. I also want to spend more quality time with my parents. I do precisely what I want to do." Being an internet celebrity also presents challenges. She is frequently recognized in public, with strangers approaching her saying, "Aren't you that internet celebrity? I saw you on my phone." Some even photograph her without permission, which makes her uncomfortable. More troublingly, some individuals have trespassed onto her property carrying selfie sticks, forcing her to install security cameras outside her home for protection. "I work diligently to achieve my goals rather than passively waiting for things to happen, but it's exhausting," she admitted. "Having over 1 million followers creates considerable pressure. I must be constantly mindful of my behavior." Regarding her future aspirations, Zihe stated, "I want to earn enough money to buy my parents a comfortable home in the city. I hope to eventually reach 5 million followers. I've lived in this mountain village since childhood, and I have profound emotional connections to the rivers, wheat fields, and rapeseed flowers here. I'd love to create an agricultural-focused account with my parents to showcase authentic rural life in Henan." If my career as a content creator eventually fades, I'll find alternative employment and continue to work hard. A wedding photograph now hangs prominently in the living room of her home, a portrait of Zihe with her parents taken recently. Her mother, who had never had a wedding photo before, was overjoyed. Zihe, who has rarely traveled beyond Henan's borders, remains full of curiosity about the wider world. With a smile, she shared, "I haven't visited many places. If I get the opportunity this year, I want to take my parents to experience Tibet." Many people wonder whether Zihe will ever attempt to locate her biological parents in Pakistan. Her response is unwavering. "I have no interest in doing that. Henan is my true home, and my adoptive parents are my real parents."
几天最好咱俩去石榴转转吧。看你们一起看。妈，喜欢咱去试试呗。不行。啊？不行。呀，走吧走吧，去试试，走走走走走走走。妈，你看好上。姐，这衣裳多少钱呀？
一穿299。
不要，啥了不要？这多好看了，那贵。这好看，要吧？
不要了。
咋了？你喜欢不喜欢？
想要了。
不想要了？要。妈，你给这等我一下，我去拿下我手机，跟那店里忘来了。
这样。
好，你这等我一下，别动啊。我想在每个星星都舍不得睡着的夜晚。妈，金诺裙子可适合你，穿上可好看了妈。
这太白了。
妈，你看那是啥？妈，你看这是啥？你看看这是什么？妈，你看这是啥？裙子。妈，你去试试，再让我看。又合住你的心意了，又美住你了。这是啥？出来吗？妈，挺好看，站起来了。挺好看。
妈妈为了这个家操劳了半辈子，她是为了我受了无数的委屈，也遭受了很多的非议，但是她毅然决然地把我养大，所以我悄悄地许了一个心愿，希望你能一直陪在我的身边，以后的每一天每一年，我都带你看遍全新的世界。妈妈，我爱你。
就是土上的河南人。
妈的，爸妈，吃饭啥的，你赶紧你喝去吧，你天天早这喝，你天天早。
好。喝你喝，你喝。
我感觉他这里没有放香油。
小伙子，走，上地跑站吧。
哎，我不想去，太热了呀。咦，逮住脚了！我那光跑烂了。
跑的都尖尖尖的，这都跑了，这跑的可轻松。
你慢点。我不会开花，这没说吗？因为俺爸妈比较宠爱我，然后呢就不舍得让我下地干活。就是我以前小时候。
看人的挽留咋会没有境界呢？我跟你说，这境界下面条的时候长一种超级无敌上头，再切的黄瓜丝一配，绝了。网上人都传我不开口挨禁烟后，一开口河南流氓。人说俺家天天1天3顿吃面条，那好，我记上我孩子做面条。灵魂来了啊，老表！辣椒、蒜汁。爸妈，吃饭了。面条。干嘛？
你也不吃？
我刚下了地，老热，等会再吃。人家先吃吧。好吃不好吃吗？
好吃。
是不是这样的好吃？那我谁好吃？
好吃吗？
对，俺爸妈就是比较腼腆吧，就是那种，他们就会用实际行动去表达，不会用言语去表达。
小孩也不错，就带我也不赖。
出门时候给俺买点这，买点那的。主要最多是想我来。
就是我是21年的时候就开始拍抖音嘛，就慢慢的拍的就是那种随拍农村题材。最火的一条视频就是那种吃面条的，就在家端着碗吃面条的那个。就像现在发的视频，每一条都是几十万点赞。对于这个火来说，我也是很意外的。就是我长了一个很与众不同的点，会说一口流利的河南话。对，大家都很喜欢我这种反差感。我平时也不咋化妆，就是拍视频呢。画画，等会跟朋友一块出去拍个视频。我可真拍成了。你咋这么慢？你好慢。好了，走，咱们走。白天有时候要想段子，想咋拍，因为我现在接了一点广告，用了拍广告啥的。家里面外面就是来回的跑。就是每天晚上回家，白天出去。咱还是都老实实的，还是有一桌不？老了。这个啥也没有，不能在他那边捞吧，梦圆。这摸鱼不都小意思，我还会爬出来。主要现在这光线不是很好，不适合拍视频。等会咱去俺家那杏树那拍视频。
娘，这黑妞你来也不口罩。
我是俺来拍视频的。
大来晚了，好了，不要走了。
俺得回去了，俺不是拍视频的。就从小就黑，大家都喊我黑妮儿，就一直都这样叫嘛。我现在我们就叫小黑妮儿。老表们，你看俺家的荷熟了啊！这两天你看都黄，有没有想吃的？真的可选了。我以后可能会走山东路线，俺们这边不是种的荷多吗？就是可能会帮助家乡的人，就是卖荷啥的。我从来都不做假，就是拍视频，也就是原始人物，就是随拍，看到那合适就拿手机都开始拍了。我这准备发布。现在有好多一线城市的传媒公司都想找我签约，然后呢，我就是不想跟他们签约，我就是想留在河南，拍俺爸妈，拍就是我身边的事和人，让更多人喜欢河南。也想多陪陪俺爸妈。我也不是那种做作的人，我想干啥就干啥。拜拜，妈你他们拜拜。
拜拜。
俺下播了。
下播了。
拜拜。其他嘞就也没啥打算吧。以后要是自媒体不行了，就出去找一份工作，踏踏实实的干。说，
你睡觉了没喊你？
哎呀，来，多叫你点出来，咱俩抬着过来。你看看这大兜子小兜子嘞，咦，下回给我说，我给你一路说，听见没有？
行。
妈，你这要成天上街上买菜，时间堵着也怪什么？
从以后我去买去吧。
不是吧？我做过人。
妈这样吧，你吃饭了，咱等我引着你去我地儿吧。妈，你找我带你去哪里不知道？
不知道，那他老睡眠哩。
耶，你别管了，到哪你都知道了。妈，姐到城溜了，走吧，进去给你看看，给你买个车吧。
不要买了。
咋了？
不要了。
呀，走吧，进去选选，有合适的我再给你买。耶，老板呢？
这儿呢，咋了美女？
想俺妈看个车，颜值高，耐跑的，安全系统比较高的那种。
那你瞅瞅咱这个款吧，雅迪最新款冠能 C09S。
你说咱这是叫啥呀？
防盗嘛，不插钥匙谁都弄不走。
这车真是高端大气上档次呀，真配俺妈的气质。咦，你看这红色内饰，真洋气呀！轮毂也是非常帅气，后尾灯也是非常的帅气呀。妈，给你买个这车吧。
不买。
咋了？
不用买。
姨，你看咱这个车，咱这个车采用了全新的后包设计，整个后边都封起来了。另外，你看咱这个玻璃，高品质的啊，高品质的玻璃，结实的很。
哥，你的手疼不疼？
疼啊！另外看咱这个贯穿式大灯，在夜间你骑行的时候非常的亮。
咱这都不会晚上成瞎子了吧？照不了路难咋？
放心，拱沟的都算我的啊。
拱沟的都算你的。
对，算我的。
这真好看呀，这车。这后座也怪软，看着跟云朵一样的，是吧？软和的很。那它这后备箱在跟哪儿了？
哎，在这儿呢，我给你打开。
好。
钥匙一拧，看这空间。
咦，这空间真大呀！妈，你这以后可美了呀！这以后买个这车，大兜子小兜子往这一塞，还能坐人。
这买点菜塞溜头。
你想要不想要？
不想要。
咦，你看你是又想要又心疼钱，我再不懂你。抢完了跟人走吧。
不要买了。
呀，买个车图贵还是方便的。
有钱。
我挣钱不都是为了孝顺俺爸的呢？
你真懂事。
菜单。不仅仅成为正规的雅迪车主。
咦，干嘛还快奢侈了？赶紧上走吧。
行。
骑上我心爱的小摩托，到哪里都不会堵车。
妈，你看，他跟这半路是停也没有事，还有防流坡没事。你平时上街不是经过可长的路，可长的坡，你半路停那也没有事。我跟你说，可安全也可放心。走吧，咱开始去买车去吧。喜不喜欢？
喜欢没？
我也可喜欢。走。
速度加快，我的小摩托，马上就可。
After Liu Yang, the fan who would become everything.
来接他来，你看看，那到处打牌的。他说上俺家都没人给他。
As Fanzihe's popularity exploded, thousands of fans started following her journey. They watched her daily videos, left supportive comments, and sent virtual gifts during her live streams. But among all these fans, one name kept appearing consistently: Liu Yang, who went by the nickname Liu Xiaoshui online. Liu Yang wasn't like other fans who left flashy comments or tried to get attention. He was different. His comments were always supportive, always kind, and always genuine. When people in the comments section sometimes made jokes about her appearance or her accent, Liu Yang would defend her. When she felt sad or overwhelmed by sudden fame, Liu Yang's messages were always there to cheer her up. At first, Fanzia barely noticed him among her thousands of followers, but slowly she started recognizing his name. Not because he was loud or demanding attention, but because he was reliable. Every single day, no matter what she posted, Liu Yang was there with words of encouragement. "You're amazing just the way you are," he would write. "Your parents raised an incredible daughter. Don't listen to negative comments. You bring joy to millions of people." These weren't pickup lines or attempts to flirt. They were genuine messages from someone who truly appreciated her. Months passed, and their interactions slowly grew beyond just comments. Liu Yang started watching her live streams regularly, not to show off or get noticed, but just to support her. During live streams, when Fanzia felt nervous or didn't know what to say, she started noticing Liu Yang's messages, helping her feel more confident. Then something unexpected happened. Liu Yang started traveling long distances just to attend her public appearances. He wasn't trying to meet her or ask for anything. He would just stand in the crowd, smile when she looked his way, and clap when she spoke. Other fans might have tried to push forward or demand attention, but Liu Yang was content just being there to support her. Fanzia started noticing this guy who kept showing up, not to bother her or ask for photos, but just to quietly support her. In a world where everyone wanted something from her, Liu Yang seemed seemed to want nothing except her happiness. The slow build of real love.
我也搁那里拍衣裳，搁都收拾好才上去。用这大一锅辣椒油。
What happened next is what makes this love story so special. In our world of instant everything and social media relationships, Fan Zihei and Liu Yang took their time. Their connection grew slowly, naturally, and beautifully. It started with Fan Zihei acknowledging Liu Yang during her live streams. "Thank you, Liu Xiaoshui, for always being so supportive," she would say. Just simple recognition, but it meant the world to both of them. Then they started having private conversations. Not romantic talk at first, just two people getting to know each other. Liu Yang told her about his life, his work, his dreams. Fan Zihei shared her fears about sudden fame, her love for her adoptive parents, and her hopes for the future. What amazed Fan Zihei was that Liu Yang never once treated her like a celebrity or an internet star. He talked to her like she was just a regular person, which is exactly what she needed. After months of people being fascinated by her story and her appearance, she found someone who was interested in her thoughts, her feelings, and her dreams. Liu Yang learned about her childhood, her struggles with feeling different in her village, and her deep love for her Chinese parents. He didn't ask about her Pakistani background with curiosity like everyone else did. He accepted it as just one part of who she was, not the most important part. For Fan Zihei, this was completely new. She had grown up feeling different, then became famous for being different, but Liu Yang made her feel normal in the best possible way. He didn't love her because she was unique or exotic. He loved her because of who she was as a person. Their relationship deepened when Liu Yang started visiting her village, not for content or photos, but just to spend time with her and her family. He would help with farm work, eat meals with her parents, and treat her family with the same respect he showed Fan Zihei. Her adoptive parents, who had been protective of their daughter since she became famous, started to trust Liu Yang. They saw that he wasn't interested in her fame or money. He genuinely cared about their daughter and respected their family. Fan Zihei later said in interviews that this was when she knew Liu Yang was different. He didn't fall in love with Fan Zihei, the internet celebrity, she explained. He fell in love with Fan Zihei, the girl who helps her parents on the farm, who worries about money, and who still feels shy sometimes. The wedding announcement that broke the internet. In September 2025, Fan Zihei shocked her millions of followers with a simple but powerful announcement. She posted a series of beautiful wedding photos with one caption: "The best person is already by my side." The internet went absolutely crazy. Within hours, the post had millions of likes, hundreds of thousands of comments, and was trending across all Chinese social media platforms. People couldn't believe it. Their beloved Fan Zihei was getting married. But the reaction wasn't jealousy or anger like you might expect when a celebrity gets married. Instead, it was pure joy and celebration. Fans had watched Liu Yang's journey from anonymous supporter to trusted friend to loving partner. They had seen how genuine and patient he was. They had witnessed a real love story unfold over months of live streams and social media posts. The wedding photos were absolutely stunning. Fan Zihei wore a traditional Chinese wedding dress that perfectly honored her adopted culture while celebrating her Pakistani heritage. Liu Yang looked proud and happy, but also humble, like he couldn't quite believe this was real. But what really captured people's hearts wasn't just the photos, it was the story behind them. This wasn't a celebrity wedding with expensive venues and designer everything. This was a simple, beautiful celebration in Fan Zihei's village, surrounded by the people who mattered most. Her adoptive parents were beaming with pride. The same couple who had found her in a cardboard box 20 years ago were now watching their daughter marry a man who loved her exactly as she was. The village that had watched her grow up was celebrating alongside millions of internet fans. The wedding ceremony itself was perfect in its simplicity. Traditional Chinese customs mixed with personal touches that reflected Fan Zihei's unique story. She honored her Pakistani heritage while celebrating the Chinese culture that had raised her. Liu Yang's vows, shared in videos after the wedding, were simple and heartfelt. "I promise to love the girl who speaks Henan dialect better than anyone I know, who makes the best noodles in the village, and who has the biggest heart in China." What this love story really means. Fan Zihei and Liu Yang's wedding isn't just another internet celebrity story. It represents something much deeper that has touched millions of people around the world. First, it's a story about acceptance and belonging. Fan Zihe spent her childhood looking different from everyone around her, then became famous precisely because of those differences. But Liu Yang loved her not because she was exotic or unique, but because of who she was inside. In a world that often focuses on surface differences, their love story proves that real connection goes much deeper. Second, it's about the power of patience and genuine care. In our age of instant relationships and social media romance, Liu Yang took months to slowly build trust and friendship before love. He didn't try to impress her with money or grand gestures. He impressed her with consistency, kindness, and respect. Third, it's about family and cultural identity. Fan Zihe's story shows that family isn't just about blood or genetics. Her Chinese parents loved her, raised her, and shaped her identity just as powerfully as any biological parents could have. When Liu Yang married Fan Zihe, he wasn't just marrying her. He was joining a family that had already proven love conquers all differences. The reaction from fans around the world has been incredible. Pakistani social media users have been celebrating, proud to see one of their own finding such happiness in China. Chinese internet users have been emotional, watching someone they've come to love as a little sister find her perfect match. International audiences have been inspired by a love story that crosses cultures and shows the best of humanity. But perhaps most importantly, this story gives hope to everyone who has ever felt different or out of place. Fan Zihe's journey from abandoned baby to internet star to beloved wife shows that our differences can become our strengths, and that somewhere out there, someone will love us exactly as we are. The future ahead. So what's next for Fan Zihe and Liu Yang? Their wedding was just the beginning of their story together. They've already started sharing glimpses of married life with their fans, and it's exactly what you'd expect. Simple, happy, and real. They're still living in Fan Zihe's village, close to her adoptive parents. Liu Yang has embraced village life completely, working alongside Fan Zihe's father and treating her parents as his own. Their content creation continues, but now as a team, showing that their partnership extends beyond just romance into every aspect of their lives. There's already speculation about what comes next. Will they start a family? Will they expand their content to include Liu Yang more? Will they eventually move to a bigger city? Or will they stay in the village that made Fan Zihe who she is? Whatever they choose, millions of fans will be supporting them every step of the way. Their love story has become proof that real love still exists, that patience pays off, and that sometimes the most beautiful romances grow slowly, naturally, and genuinely. Fan Zihe's journey from a cardboard box in Pakistan to a wedding celebration watched by millions proves that life can surprise us in the most beautiful ways. And Liu Yang's transformation from anonymous fan to devoted husband shows that sometimes the best love stories start with simply caring about someone else's happiness. Fan Zihe and Liu Yang's wedding isn't just a celebrity event or internet trend. It's a reminder that love, patience, and genuine care can create the most beautiful stories. From an abandoned baby to a viral star to a happy wife, Fan Zihe's journey shows us that every ending can become a new beginning. What did you think of this incredible love story? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing true stories that prove life is more beautiful than fiction. Until next time, keep believing in the power of love to change everything.